Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. I'm going to start off with drawing out 4 cards from the Magical Dogs Tarot, and then another 4 cards from this box here of cards that I made to clarify and look deeper into the energy. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you before you get your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. So I do feel particularly drawn towards the Queen of Wands, because I did see it at the bottom of the deck, and I saw it yesterday as well at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if I just shuffled the cards around or if I even shuffled them at all, but regardless, I do feel attracted to the Queen of Wands energy, which is very interesting because the Queen of Wands is definitely an attractive energy, and that attraction comes from a place of honesty and ultimately confidence. So this could be you and your authenticity, your truth is attracting something or many things or someone to you, or this is somebody around you that is in that type of energy. So, okay, we have the Death card in reverse for your first card. It seems here that there are some ongoing cycles here that eventually will come to an end. The Death card does have the number 13 on it, so that is a sign of good luck in my opinion and interpretation. Actually, before I started recording this reading, I did feel more of like a magical, the best way I can describe it, more of a magical type of energy. So for somebody, maybe something or someone that you really want, it is being attracted towards you. But don't be focused on timing. Be focused on bringing some toxic cycles to an end. The word type could be significant. That does not have to resonate for everybody. But speaking of magical energy, the imagery on here, there's definitely an energy of magic here, especially with it in his hand. There's something here about paradise being in the palm of your hand, or magic in the palm of your hand. I feel like I am communicating with someone who is very powerful, or at least has the potential to be very powerful. It's just a matter of how honest you are willing to be with yourself about your own strength, your own energy, potential, how much of an impact you can have, and maybe understanding the difference that you can make could really help with bringing some sort of unhelpful cycle to an end. Or it doesn't even have to be unhealthy or unhelpful. There's just definitely a message here about transitioning into another phase or a different chapter of your life. Next we have the Two of Pentacles, and I just saw 444 on the clock. So the Two of Pentacles for me definitely screams priorities. And with seeing 444, stability definitely feels like a priority here, not just financially or physically, but also mentally. Healing could be significant here. You could be planning for something, preparing for something. It could be this change or some sort of growth or expansion. I also just realized as well that the 13 on the death card does come down to another 4. So very strong foundational energy here is definitely making itself known. So what you could be attracting is a home that feels like home, or a job that aligns with your passions, or maybe potentially a relationship. But honestly, since it's related to stability, I really don't feel like that's what it's about. It could be for somebody, maybe a couple people, but it's definitely most likely that for you, it's more about your home life and everything that makes up your sense of stability, your sense of security. This is really about getting yourself to a place, to a comfortable place, being able to have some sort of like a base to retreat to, where you feel safe, you feel heard, you feel protected. This is some very interesting energy. Let's go ahead and get the next card. We have the 4 of Swords, another 4. This is so interesting because with the readings that I've been recording lately, the numbers have been really making themselves apparent. Like the universe is really communicating with me through numbers for these readings. At least, I mean, that's a lot of times it does. The universe, my spirit guides, do communicate with me through numbers in these readings. But something feels particularly special about the readings I've been uploading since I finished Project Dear America. Let me get a drink of water. The 4 of Swords is more of a contemplative, resting, definitely a slow type of energy. I felt drawn to the feathers here. So for somebody, feathers could be significant, or birds could be significant. I heard uccelli, which means birds in Italian. So you could have foreign ancestors that are trying to communicate with you. They don't have to be Italian, but I feel like they could have spoken a different language than you do. But 4 of Swords, I feel like what needs to be prioritized is embracing this slow energy. And I can definitely understand that. Things have definitely slowed down a lot in my own life since I quit my job to protect myself. I don't have as much as I did whenever I did have a job. You know, any person loves to have money to spend, and so it can be challenging when you don't. Maybe you are having those struggles, not being able to enjoy life in more of a financial, materialistic type of way. But know that this energy is temporary if you allow for it to be. It's important that you don't focus so much on how slow things feel like they're moving, or don't focus so much on what you don't have. Appreciate more of what you do have, especially because this dog is turned towards this 2 of Pentacles. I do feel a focused type of energy here, and you need to make sure that you're focused on what's most important. That energy of priority is coming through again. I think this end of a cycle and the start of a new one is more like mental, emotional, spiritual. It's more internal. You could be struggling with restlessness, feeling a lot of passion and a lot of energy and not really knowing what to do with it. So it might be helpful to explore what you could do, what you could invest that energy in while you're waiting for things to speed up. Things are slowed down for a reason. And I really think that the universe and your spirit guides are encouraging you to trust that, so that way it will be easier to focus on the present moment, what's here and now, rather than the future and what could be. And that's not to say you're not allowed to feel hopeful. It's just about not focusing so much on the hope to the point where all you want to do is escape. For your last tarot card, I have 7 of Wands. Using your voice could be significant, standing up for yourself. I definitely feel here, especially with the number 7 on the 7 of Wands, that there is an opportunity here to learn more about yourself, the way your mind works, your feelings, what you're passionate about. Definitely what you're passionate about. It's almost like you're being called to go after something, but in a more passive way. Maybe it would be helpful to trust that even though things are moving slowly, or even though things have slowed down, that doesn't mean I'm not headed toward where I want to be. Slow motion does not mean no motion, or I hope this makes sense. Like, even though it seems like things are slowing down, or they're slow now and kind of dreadful, you're still moving forward. The energy is still moving forward. Maybe there's energy here that's moving faster than what you can see. Maybe something that you're attracting is coming faster towards you than what you feel. I also did see 111 that I forgot to mention, so that's really confirming what I said about trust. Trust the process. I'm going to move on to these other cards now. We have the Knight of Pentacles. It says, messenger, deliverer of news, suit expression without efficiency, hard work, routine, careful / persistent work, effort, consistent, giving up, not an option. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles is definitely a hard-working energy, and that's the universe and your spirit guides want you to put this hard-working energy towards ending something. Maybe a frustration that you have, or to put it more vaguely, ending something that you are trying to control, like putting the effort towards something that you think you control but really can't, like on an energetic level. It could be on a physical level too because of the Knight of Pentacles, but it definitely feels more energetic. Working hard, it doesn't have to be, go, doing this and that, working with your hands. Working hard is also, it can also be about being patient, and actually learning to be more patient does actually take a lot of hard work, because you have to be willing to change your perspective. And maybe there's someone watching this who finds that annoying, where you feel like a change in perspective isn't going to fix anything or anything like that. But it can really do more for you than you realize, if that's how you feel. I also felt drawn to giving up not being an option. And I just got a notification on my phone about a comment being liked. So it does feel like the universe was nudging like a yes for what I just said, giving up not being an option. It does take hard work to stay consistent. Consistency is definitely what I feel like you need to focus on, being consistent with your mindset, how you express yourself, and your energy, and your intentions, I want to say. I did see 555 as well. So confirmation of change and transforming through some sort of commitment. I feel like it's about personal growth and healing and stuff like that. Spiritual growth. It could be an external commitment, but this energy definitely feels more spiritual, especially with that magical type of energy that I was feeling. Okay, this card's actually kind of nice. It says, acknowledge the heartbreak. It's okay. You'll get through this. And there's a lot of numbers and symbols on this card. There's 222, 333, the yin and yang symbol, and a wand. There's a lot to talk about on this card. 222 is underneath the 2 of Pentacles, so that's confirmation of balance and making sure your priorities are aligned properly. 333, healing, growing. Actually, when I was talking about growing and expanding, I was thinking about the 3 of Pentacles. Maybe there needs to be more collaboration on your part with the universe through finding acceptance for where you're at right now and being present. The yin and yang symbol makes me think that mirroring could be significant here, like maybe you are mirroring something to the universe, or the universe is mirroring something to you through your current environment. And the wand makes me think of the magician, and also like the wands in tarot. You are definitely a powerful person. We're all powerful. And that makes it even more important to take the present moment and our healing, our spiritual growth seriously. Really being mindful of what we put out into the universe, knowing that it's going to come back to us. Again, maybe the universe is trying to communicate with you, or is mirroring something to you through your environment, your current struggles, whatever makes you the most frustrated right now. So definitely do some contemplating, some thinking, maybe meditating. Pay attention to how you feel and what thoughts are creating those feelings, and how you could change your thoughts or your perspective to negate these feelings that are holding you back. This is about directing your passion, your fire, your one type of energy in a way that works for you rather than against you. So just know that it's okay to be frustrated, to be mad at time right now, but don't let it have control of your actions, because it's not going to do anything for you or get you where you want to be. It's important to find closure and peace and acceptance. Next, I have the King of Cups. It says, masculine, generous, without gentle compassion, control of balance, mastered emotion, knows when to speak. At the top it also says, master, executor, supreme, in suit, action. This resting, this contemplating, this meditating, I feel like this is about having more control over your emotions, but definitely know the difference between controlling your emotions and suppressing them. It's expressing your emotions that gives you more control over them. Because if you keep the frustration, the sadness, the anger, whatever it is, bottled up, it's going to show up in your actions in ways that you do not intend. So it does feel like this card is encouraging you to please, please, please find a way to express yourself, to get out this energy, validate how you feel. I also saw 1, 2, 3. Trust that the universe wants you to regulate your emotions through understanding your thoughts for a reason. And I really know on such a personal level how hard it is to take your mental health seriously, your spiritual growth seriously when you're just so sick and tired of the struggle. But remember that you are a strong person. And I just saw 111. Trust yourself. You are a wise person. Take advantage of the wisdom that you have and the opportunities that you have to gain more wisdom. I'm saying 111 again. This is an opportunity to help you trust yourself more. I got a like on another comment. The universe wants you to know that this is an opportunity to trust yourself more. Don't give up, and see this as an opportunity to grow and to heal on a much deeper level and to gain more wisdom, especially from the universe. If you want, I have this card that says if feeling better is not enough to help you heal, remember that healing improves your psychic abilities or your intuition. It makes your intuition stronger. So maybe that could help somebody. But for your last card, I have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It says, daydreaming and practicality, no planning, laziness, tapered off enthusiasm for new venture, lost among the clouds. I almost wanted to say lost among the crowds. Maybe you could be feeling the pressure of other people. That makes a lot of sense with this standing up for yourself type of energy. And maybe this pressure is making it more challenging for you to heal. So it's important to learn how to detach yourself from the expectations of others, especially if they're particularly high expectations. I do get this strong, like, daydreamy, lost in the clouds type of energy. That's the getting really attached to the hopeful energy that I was talking about. Again, you should absolutely be hopeful, but don't dwell on what could be. It's okay to think about the future and to daydream sometimes, but don't get lost in the clouds. Stay grounded. Yeah, maybe there's some grounding techniques here that you could learn. I also felt drawn to no planning because I said when I was talking about the Two of Pentacles here that maybe you were planning for something, preparing for something, and you're not allowing yourself to do that, and you need to give yourself permission to do that, so that way you can move forward in a way that helps you grow. Maybe this is about planning in the next step forwards after watching this reading, or with your healing or your growth or something like that. And if the mundane is taking away your enthusiasm or your excitement for life, the boring day-to-day, maybe it's time to switch things up, do something different, or even just do your routine in a different order. Anything to add a little bit of variety into your life. I saw 432. So I'm definitely talking about this for a reason. Somebody is feeling bogged down by the day in, day out, same thing all the time. So maybe you could try switching things up or doing things differently or adding something different if you have the time. But if those don't work, still, it's important that you find a solution to cope with the mundane. For me personally, as some advice that I've already given in this reading, I think it's best to focus on appreciating what you do have. I try to tell myself, like, I'm glad that I get to choose the type of food that I want to eat, and that I have the internet, and that I'm comfortable even though I can't, like, I don't live in luxury or I don't have any extra money to spend on myself or anything like that. This is more like an enjoy the little things type of energy, the simple things. And remember, this isn't how it's always going to be. Things are always change and in motion. And that's really being confirmed here with the Death card. The wheel will turn and you will get your new beginning. It's very important that to recognize that part of getting to that new beginning is accepting and embracing that you aren't there yet. But I think that will be the end of your reading. I really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked, hit the like button to show me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more and hear what you think. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it always makes a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.